compliment of the season. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Global TV News Cycle here in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Fawziya Lukman. President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday facilitated the secretary to the Government of Federation, George Akome, on his 70th birthday. Tinubu described him as one of the most reliable citizens Nigeria can boast of. The president's birthday message was contained in a statement signed by his special advisor on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngilali, titled President Tinubu Celebrates Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akome, on his 70th birthday. Tinubu commended the former Benue State Governor for his consistency and perpetual dedication to duty in coordinating government affairs. He also cited Akome's rich portfolio of leadership experience and laurel as governor, minister, senator, and top-flight public servant, which he brings to bear in his current role. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has called on Nigerians to take ownership of the challenges facing the country. The CDS made this known when he visited Defense Quarters Hospital, Mogadishu Cantonment, to facilitate with ailing personnel in the spirit of Christmas. Kikeloma Okeri has the details.
As the military joined the global celebration of Christmas and New Year, the Chief of Defense Staff solicits for support of Nigerians so as to surmount the challenges facing the country, noting that it is a collective effort of all.
The security challenge especially is not an armed forces challenge or police or any individual parastatal. It is a collective for Nigeria, and all Nigerians should put hands together. We cannot do it alone. We need the support of everyone. When you see something, say something. Report as quickly as possible so that measures can be put in place adequately. And that's all we continue to seek for support of members of the public to take ownership of our challenges. Nigeria is our own. If Nigeria succeeds, we all succeed. If Nigeria fails, we will all fail.
Speaking on the visit to DHQ Hospital in Abuja, he says it is important to check on the ailing officers who don't have the opportunity to celebrate the festive season and wish them well.
Everything we're doing is to ensure that people, and when we say people, we mean both the security agents and the citizens, are all together. And we know what health is. Health is wealth. It's always good at this period of celebration to come around and see how those ones are in hospital that don't have the ability to celebrate how they're doing and to wish them well. For them to always know that we're always with them, we're praying with them, and we want them to recover so that they can come back fully to life. We'll continue to do that as we have been doing. So this is just not a one-off thing, it's something we do regularly.
The Military High Command reiterated the Armed Forces' commitment to continue to seek for support from members of the public to take ownership of the challenges facing the country. Kikeloma Okeri, Global Television News.
In the spirit of Christmas, clerics in the Federal Capital Territory have emphasized the essence to celebration, calling on Nigerian leaders to strive hard to provide selfless and exemplary leadership in order to set the country on the path of development. Uyi Agbomofwegwe has the details.
I want to tell you that don't miss Christ at Christmas.
It is Christmas, and Global TV is out to observe not just the mood in town, but speak to church leaders on the essence and lessons of Christmas. Pastor Dr. Otive Igbuza is the General Overseer of Palace of Praise Assembly, and he shares his thoughts on the season.
Well, the birth of Jesus Christ is very important for us as Christians. Like you said, we know that many people argue that he was not born on Christmas Day, that Christmas is a pagan festival. But we are not interested, as a ministry, we are not interested in that controversy. We know that he was born, and we agree with other Christians that have chosen 25th of December as a day to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
On his part, Archbishop John Praise Daniel highlights the essence of Christmas and what it means for mankind.
In essence, the Son of God became the Son of Man, so that the sons of men may become the sons of God. That was the essence of Jesus being born in a manger. And today we share the significance of that in our church. You know, when he was born in Matthew chapter 2, the wise men came from the east, saying, "Where is he that is born? We have seen his star in the east and have come to worship him."
In light of Christmas, this clergyman has a message of hope for Christians.
Peace is born today. He has brought peace into the world. And over 2,000 years ago, he came into this world, and we are celebrating today. To God be the glory.
In response to the killing of over 100 persons in a series of attacks by bandits in Bokos area that spilled into neighboring Barkin Ladi of Plateau State starting on Saturday, the cleric offers a prayer.
Our brothers in Bokos, we are with you. We are praying for you, that God in heaven will continue to comfort us, that God in heaven will continue to take good care of us, in the name of Jesus Christ.
Uyi Agmofwegbe, reporting for Global TV News.
The Enugu State Police Command says it has arrested 8 suspects in connection with the killing of the traditional ruler of the Adani Autonomous Community in Uzowanyi Council area, Igwe Uzugo Patrick. Igwe Uzugo Patrick was reportedly killed in his village Akotara on Sunday during a visit in the community on Monday. The State Commissioner of Police, Kanayo Uzegwa, announced that 8 suspects have been arrested in connection with the killing. Uzegwe said he was at the community with his team to assess the situation for effective police action. The police boss says the governor of Enugu State said I should, quote and unquote, relocate to this local government and ensure that all responsibility for this unfortunate act are apprehended in line with the state's zero tolerance for crime, unquote. The Kaduna State Command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency says it has seized 1,458.709 kg of illicit substances in December. The state statement in a statement in Kaduna on Tuesday by the agency's press officer Shoaibu Omali. Omali said the seized illicit drugs include cocaine, heroin, cannabis, tramadol, metamorphine, and other psychotropic substances. In the same vein, the spokesperson said the command has arrested 103 suspects representing drug traffickers, dealers, and drug users. Omale added that the command has carried out numerous sensitization programs across the state with the aim of enlightening the citizens on the ill association with drugs use and illicit trafficking. The People's Democratic Party has released a timetable and schedule of the activities of the February 3rd election by-elections. The National Independent Electoral Commission approved the timetable for conducting the by-elections, resulting from the resignation or demise of members of the National and State Houses of Assembly. The PDP timetable, signed by the party's National Organizing Secretary, Umar Baturi, released on Tuesday, revealed that notice of primary election and Congress to State chapter will begin on Wednesday, December 27, 2023. The sale of nomination, expression of interest, and delegates form will begin on Thursday, December 2028. And on Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. The primary election is slated for Monday, January 8, 2024, and appeals to party primary are scheduled to held on Tuesday, January 9, 2024. Operatives of the Rapid Response Squad of Lagos State Police Command on Sunday arrested 4 suspects, traffickers, robbers along the MKO Abiola Gardens, Ikeja, Lagos State. This was disclosed in a statement on the official X handle of the RRS on Tuesday morning. According to the statement, the robbers were arrested in the act. Stolen phones and ATM cards were also said to have been recovered from them. The suspects were arrested at about 7:30 p.m. on Sunday evening after one of the victims alerted RRS bike riders on patrol of the area. 5 victims have been reported to have RRS headquarters where they have positively identified the suspect. The suspects are currently assisting the squad in its investigations. The air component of the Operation Delta Staff have destroyed 6 illegal oil refining sites in the Degema local government area of Rivers State. The illegal sites were said to have been clustered within an approximately 80-meter radius situated approximately 6 neutral miles south of the Oko Arupama. A statement on Tuesday by the Director of Public Relations and Information, Nigerian Air Force, Air Commodore Edward Gabquet, says permission to bomb the refining site was granted once they found out the sites were operational. He noted that the service will continue to raid against all oil thieves and other criminals across the country despite the festive period. The Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC Kaduna State Sector Command said 4 people died and 56 others sustained injuries in a road crash on Kaduna-Abuja Expressway. The Sector Command, Kabir Nadabo, said that the road traffic crash occurred at Sabansara village along the express on Tuesday. Nadabo said the tragic accident involved a trailer Iveco and it occurred at around 3:30 hours. According to him, the initial investigation revealed that the cause of the crash was the overloading of goods and human as well as fatigue. Further investigation of the incident shows that 73 people were involved in the crash, 59 got injured and sadly 4 were deceased, noting that the injured have been conveyed to the St. Gerard and AP Smart hospitals, all in Kakuri. Kaduna State is a critical corridor that links the north to the south. This is why the Kaduna State Command has activated several measures and homegrown initiatives. The deputy spokesman of the House of Representatives, Phyllis Agwese, has called on Nigerians to continue to pray for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the National Assembly to enable them to succeed in the task of delivering service to the nation. Agwese, in a special message to mark Christmas, noted that the Bible teaches Christians to pray for people in authorities at all times. In a statement on Monday to commemorate Christmas, Agwese added that the prayer of people avail much, adding that rather than murmuring, criticizing or castigating the people in power as well as Christians, we're taught to always pray for our leaders and people in the position of authority, and it is only when leaders have peace of mind that he can settle for the business of governance and administration. The chairman of the Northern Governors Forum and Governors of Yobe State, Inuwa Yahaya, has described the Christmas Eve attacks on communities within the Bakos and Barkinla, the local government area of Plateau State, as reprehensible and heinous. In a statement issued by his media aide, Ismail Obamisili, on behalf of the 19 Northern Governors, expressed his deepest condolences to the affected families, communities, as well as the government and people of Plateau State. The NGF chair commended Governor Caleb Mufwang for his leadership and responsible handle of the situation following the attacks. He assured him that the Northern Governors stand united in solidarity and will work together towards lasting peace in Plateau State. You're watching the News Circle live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on StarTime channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using @GlobalTV.ng and other handles now showing on your screen. When the News Circles returns, ex-Minister Sadiya Farouk alleged malicious attack on her person threatens legal actions. The news continue with details of these and more stories right after this short break. Please stay with us. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcasts of the News Circle. Thank you for staying with us. Former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadia Umar Farouk, have alleged that some people were linking her to the purported investigation by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, into the activities of James Okwete. In a statement titled "The Attack on My Person," posted via her X handle on Christmas Day, Farouk said she said such unfounded allegations were malicious attack on her person and vowed to take legal actions. While saying she knew nothing about the Okwete of a person, the ex-minister also said she was proud to have served the country, noting that she has, however, contacted her legal team to explore possible options to seek redress on the malicious attack on her person. This was coming after the former minister, days after President Bola Tinubu directed the immediate payment of backlog of stipends owed to Empower beneficiaries across the country. Sadia was in charge of the Empower, a federal government scheme designed by the administration of former President Muhammad Buhari to move Nigerians from poverty and arrest youth unemployment in the country. No fewer than 5,000 vulnerable, very poor persons and people living with disability in Cross River State on Monday received 20,000 grants each from the Ministry of the Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. Speaking at the event, which was held at the Millennium Park in Calabar, the state capital, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Edu, said the war of grant was part of President Bola Tinubu's determination to lift vulnerable Nigerians out of poverty across the country. She urged the beneficiaries to invest the grant into profitable economic ventures, also assuring that all qualified Cross River people will be beneficiaries of the federal government's social intervention programs being implemented through her ministry and agency within the sector. Earlier, the Cross River State Governor, Obasi Otu, who presented dummy checks to beneficiaries, commended Tinubu for championing the cause of the poor and prioritizing the welfare of the citizen. The governor, who said the state under his watch had been pushing a people-first government, employed the beneficiaries to put grants into proper use. Moving on to the foreign scene, where rescue team resumed the search of bodies Tuesday after flash flood hit South Africa town, killing 6 people with 10 missing. Torrential rain hit Ladysmith late on Sunday night, sweeping cars off the main road and trapping people in homes. KwaZulu-Natal Province authorities says the scope of the disaster only became apparent late on Monday. A spokesperson said the search is back on and 3 bodies were found in a minibus carrying 9 passengers. The 6 are still missing, adding that at the moment we have 6 people confirmed dead and still 10 people missing. One body was found in a house that was completely destroyed, while 2 other people who were also inside and still unaccounted for. At least 2 people killed were becoming trapped in their cars by the flood that swept off the Belsport River. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has insisted peace can only be achieved in Gaza if Hamas is destroyed. The territory demilitarized the Palestinian Society, radicalized after warning the war is set to intensify. The declaration came as the WHO, World Health Organization, on Monday reportedly harrowing accounts of entire families killed from Christmas Eve strike on a refugee camp in Gaza. Relentless Israeli strikes have devastated the Palestinian territory, and the conflict has heightened tensions across the Middle East, with global pressure for ceasefire mounting. The war in Gaza erupted when Palestinian military broke through the militarized border and attacked southern Israel on October 7th, killing about 1,140 people, mostly civilians. A murder investigation has been instituted after the bodies of 5 people were found in a flat northeast of Paris. The victims were a woman and her 4 children, aged between 9 months and 10 years old, according to the statement by prosecutors. Their bodies were found late Monday evening in the town of Mauriac, 40 kilometers 25 miles from the French capital. Police said they are looking for the 33-year-old father, who is on the run. Relatives raised the alarm after they failed to receive any response from the family. Prosecutor Jean-Baptiste Baldia confirmed to French media that the Versailles Judicial Police Service was investigating, adding that the flat showed no sign of break-in and the children's father was not present. In a related development, French police on Tuesday arrested a man suspected for murdering a mother and her 4 children found dead at a home on Christmas Day. A law enforcement source said authorities discovered the bodies of the woman and her children aged 9 months, 4, 7 and 10 years old in their flat in the town of Maurice, east of Paris, on Monday evening after worried relatives sounded the alarm. Local prosecutor Jean-Baptiste Baldia said the police source says the main suspect has been detained in the nearby town of Sevran. The flat, of course, showed no sign of break-in and entry, and the father was absent, he said earlier. A source close to the case says the 35-year-old mother and her children were killed with a cold weapon, a term usually used to refer to a knife. The source said police has been looking for the 33-year-old man. Christmas night thunderstorm and strong winds caught put power 1,110 homes in eastern Australia and toppled a tree that killed 1 woman, officials says on Tuesday. People lost electricity as a storm route catastrophe damaged draining power lines in Queensland capital Brisbane and the Gold Coast area. Energy company Energy says isolated very dangerous severe thunderstorm possible again. It warned on social media, also issuing a major flooding alert for a river about 40 kilometers, approximately 25 miles inland of the Gold Coast. Queensland Ambulance Service said a 59-year-old woman was struck by a falling tree on the street in the Gold Coast. It was like a disaster zone. There were trees just all around the road. Newton says, describing how winds of uprooted trees and blew tiles off the roof. Severe thunderstorms were demanding wind gusts. Large hail and heavy rainfall were forecast for later on Tuesday. Moving on to business, drivers playing interstate routes have been implemented 50% discount on transport fare following President Bola Tinubu's directive in reference to the Renewed Hope agenda. The military said 125 travelers enjoyed 50% discount on Christmas Day. This was disclosed in a press release signed by Director of Press and Public Relations, Ministry of Transport, Olajimi Oyetomi, on Monday. It says the Federal Ministry of Transportation Situation Room Monitoring Team observed that 128 individuals traveling from Abuja to destination in the north, including Gombe, Bauchi, Yobe and Maiduguri, benefited from the generous discount on their transport fare. That's it on the Global TV News Circle. We are on StarTime channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. On behalf of the production team, I am Fawzia Lukman. Thank you very much for watching.